All right. I'm going to listen to a song. I'm going to try to turn the volume down, I think. Maybe that'll help. Working on my comic book tonight. Here, let me try to get the camera focused in on what I'm doing here. So right now, as you can see, I'm working on this. I'll just take this right off of here. I'm working on this cover for Manamite, the Mighty Manamite. Here, I'll start. I'll hold it still. Let you get to start looking at some. I'll zoom in on some of the detail. So here you got the flying armor up front, blasting with his gun. He's got his shield up, deflecting. Like they're basically fighting mechs right in this. And then you got the guy in the sea armor behind him. And then you got Manamite down here. Look at this, standing on top of like a. Everything's so opposite. I'm telling you, when you're doing this, you're standing on top of like an SUV type thing right here. You know what I mean? And or no, that's that's Nut Job down below. But yeah, they're on top of like an SUV. That's like on this pile of cars. And then Manamite is right here, and he's gonna have wires like coming up like all crazy, like this. Here, let's put some in now. So it's basically out here, man. I'm trying to get a good view of this. There we go. So you can see them all in there together. So there's Nut Job down below. There's a big wheel and right in the foreground, like the bottom of a car that's tipped over. And then the guy in the flying armor is on the other side of that. See that, blasting away with his gun. Then right behind him is the aquatic armored guy. And then there's a car being stopped mid-air by Manamite, and he's just wrapping it. I already started some wires. He's like wrapping it. He creates like a big giant wire shield, you know what I mean, that stops the car in midair. Then there's smoke in the background. There's the that's all of them pretty much. And then some buildings which will be silhouetted out. Basically, those buildings will just be like, those will be silhouetted out in the background, down into the smoke, where the smoke is. And so I'm working on that. That's the cover. That's a cover for issue 1 of Manamite. Basically, it's these four guys fighting mechs. Basically, I'll probably show a mech in the background, like right here, that just threw this car or something like that. Basically, so that'll be pretty tight. You guys, there's a thumbs up. Thank you for the thumbs up. I'm working hard. I've penciled in this panel. See that? You know what I mean? I'm just messing around. Drawing. I'm on lockdown, man. This is what happens when you lock an artist down. You know what I'm saying? So basically, this whole side of this guy's head will be shaded. His ear will probably be in darkness, except for maybe some little white line details. Probably this jaw and the side of his neck here. That'll be all in shadow. and that'll cast a shadow pretty much right there. You know, I'm basically going to ink this, you know what I mean? I want to ink this page up tonight if I can. So I got to get basically, you know, my blacks down. I think I'm going to go with, I got to, you know, I'm going to pencil in this armor. I think I'm going to do some hatching, like reflections in the, you know, the water is going to be black looking because it's, except where there's like, you know, white foam, you know, white caps or whatever, you know what I mean? Because it's nighttime. So, you know, I'm going to have like dark, I'm going to have hatching and darks in like these areas. I'll put some dark behind him to make him pop. You know what I mean? And then I'll this is me literally busting this page out. Trying to, I want people to have some entertainment. So let me see. Needs a little hairline. I'll bring this down closer to the camera if I can. You know, like I basically already have a cross hatch where the center of his face is. So, you know, it's basically like this. And then this will be his jawline because that divides the side of his head in half, which puts his ear right about there. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's kind of logical, you know what I mean? Don't go in and do your detail. Don't just get carried away and go in and start doing your detail until you got things kind of late. You know what I mean? You got to figure out where things are, you know, unless you're like one of these prodigious people that can just start. Some people can just start drawing right in ink, man. I can't do that. I'm not I'm not like the, you know, not the messiah of comic books yet. But yeah, you know, you give them some glasses. See, I just shake that out real quick. So I'm almost off camera. And then, you know, at his nose. See, I'm just giving him some features. His neck is foreshortened, so I just usually draw like a circle, like kind of a, you know, an ellipse, an oval where their collar would be. You know what I mean? That's all. That hunched over forward, you know, comic book pose, you know what I mean? Instead of straight, the guy standing up straight up like a robot, you know what I mean? You want to get you want, you know, you want to, and this guy's built. See, I'm reproportioning some of them right now because I didn't have it, you know. See how huge he is. He's no matter which way I turn, it seems to be the wrong way. See how huge he is here with his big shoulders and pecs and everything. So I gotta, you know, I gotta stay consistent with that. So I widened his shoulder a little bit here. Now I'm kind of here. You can just do a stick arm first, like that. I already had I did a live video of me drawing, and it's like YouTube removed it. I don't know what happened. I don't know why. I'm trying to not sound paranoid and think that I'm being censored, by people with no money that are part of the YouTube team or more than I am, or I don't know. I don't know, man. Trying not to sound paranoid, but it's like stuff like that keeps happening to me. So there's that. See how I just threw that arm in? It might not be perfect, and now I'm going to follow the curve for the t-shirt. He's wearing a t-shirt, and so there's the sleeve right there. And he's got his little ponytail. I'll say it's like, right there. I can just shut up and not talk if you guys want, Basically, this is just. So I know what some of the pros mean now by, like, they think people would be just bored by this. I think it's kind of fun to see the creative process, though. Oops, I just scribbled in these circles right here. And I'm going to use a ruler later, when I bring in the the inks and I finalize this. I'll probably just get everything so like at least close to exactly where I want it. Then I'll take the kneaded eraser and lighten it all like this. Just, you know what I mean? It's like silly putty, and it like picks up all the excess lead and lightens your drawing, which I should do right now before it gets smeared. And yeah. It's hard to give you the view that I'm having without going off the table here. So let me see. So if I go into that. So I'm gonna lighten this up. That's what I'll do. I'll fire in the detail pretty much close to where I want it. If not precisely where I want it, and then I'll lighten it with this kneaded eraser, and then I'll go in and the stuff that needs to be done with a ruler, I'll do with a ruler, I guess. I'd like to not use a ruler. It makes things look so stiff and lifeless, but I don't know if I have enough control, you know what I mean, hand-eye coordination to not use a ruler. We'll see. I don't want to have to use too much whiteout either. Ruin your drawing with a bunch of whiteout. So let me see. Dark there, dark here, some lines for the t-shirt. and then shadow there. And shadow there, basically. All right. So I don't want to bore you too much, but you know, just wanted to show you that I'm starting to make some progress, more progress this weekend. I can't wait to get a few pages of this inked up really nice, man. It's going to be soon. It's going to be very soon, man, the way I'm working on it. I think I have enough information here to where I can start with inks. I gotta look up, either take a picture of my own hand or look up some reference. I'll probably take a picture of my own hand and you know what I mean, for this hand right here. I don't want to bore you and make you guys wait around while I do all this, but yeah, just thought you might like to see some of the progress that I made. Look at that. Look at that. Mark Silvestri, my best Mark Silvestri. No, I don't know. I'm not really copying anybody. I'm just doing my own style. You know what I mean? And hope you guys like it. I'm glad I got some thumbs up. And you know, I'm kind of, instead of like, basically I'm piecing this all together. You know what I mean? I got to look up some reference, or I got to get some reference for the next panel. And but once I get it, what I'm trying to say is, once I get this page fully penciled out the way that I want it, I'm gonna be disciplined about it and get this page 100% penciled out, so that I know I have all the information that I need on it, and then I'm going to ink it live. And it shouldn't take me long to do that. So I'm hoping to be able to finish the pencils on this tonight. Like I said, I don't want to bore you and make you wait while I look up reference and all this stuff. But by basically, hopefully, and then tomorrow, you know, tomorrow, God willing, I guess, I will have this, you know, I'll wake up, eat breakfast, walk my dog, do whatever I got to do, and then I'll come back here, and while I'm doing, I'll have to throw some laundry in, and on and on and on. But I'll go live, and I'll ink this page. If not, it'll be very soon, like, you know, Monday. You know what I mean? It'll be either like, you know, tomorrow night or Monday night after work or something like that. I will have this page done. Just wanting people to see it. So thanks for joining me. This is Kingdom Comics, and this is the progression of my comic book, Archangels of Wrath. And I'll talk more about it later. Thanks for joining me.